Good morning to you, computer. Okay, shoot. Oh, yeah. Well, I've been studying that a lot recently. Well, it's an alternative to the traditional style of education. It's gaining a lot of ground in places across the nation and around the world, either in its pure style or in altered versions of the pure style. It's important because it focuses on the student, provides skills that they will most likely need in the real world. Well, there really aren't as many as you might think, computer. The main issue is whether it's viable for an educational system to completely translate into a new paradigm. It takes training and technology and lots of new resources, and that's very true. But at the same time, it has proven time and time again to be useful in boosting student learning, student test scores, and student excitement about being in school. Well, you bet. It started back in the late 60s, early 70s in Ontario, Canada, McMaster University with Harold Barrows and his associates. But it's gained a lot of research supporters, the likes of Dr. Shelley Gallagher, Joyce Van Tassel Basca. It's been studied by the Center for Research and Educational Policy, the Center for Children and Technology at the Educational Development Center. It's, it's even been studied quite extensively at the University of Missouri Medical School. ZOU! Well, I'll sure try. It starts with an ill structured problem. Right, an ill-structured problem. Basically, what that is, it's a question that stimulates and organizes the focus of the learning and provides a stimulus. It's a question that where more information is needed. There's no single formula that exists to solve the problem. The problem is changeable as new information is discovered. And students are never quite sure whether they have the right, decision. It's very much what most of us would consider to be a real life situation. Well, one of the other characteristics that's most important is that it's student directed learning. Students direct where it goes. For a teacher, that means that students are much more apprentices, and teachers, rather than being lecturers, are facilitators and guides, coaches and mentors. They try to help guide students rather than simply fill them with knowledge. Well, I think that's probably true for a lot of teachers to go from a lecturing mode to something that's a little different. It just takes time and often a little training and counseling and experience, of course. But once you get used to it, you teachers uh, guide students to begin to learn on their own. Students become stakeholders in their own education, and teachers then can help students uh, metacognitively reflect on what they're learning and how that fits into a real life experience. Well, that's a great question. There's lots of literature out there that goes through different styles of steps, but the basic idea is that, given a problem, students will decide on terms or ideas that they don't understand. They will try to define the problem and review the terms that need more explanation. They'll do a lot of analyzation, a lot of brainstorming. They'll create some potential hypotheses. They'll discuss and evaluate, organize their possible explanations. generate and prioritize objectives, divide the research workload amongst the group. They often have to take on different roles in this at this point, if not before. They have to study and report back the information that they've accumulated, decide on possible solutions, and of course reflect on any and all decisions or realizations that they've made. Oh, absolutely. I mean, it was developed back at McMaster University and beyond because it was noted that what students were learning and how they were learning it, memorizing facts and just finding out where they fit, was not how they experience real life. So this problems-based learning, what it does is it gives students those skills that are readily transferable to any number of fields and real-life experiences. It gives them skills in problem-solving and creativity and collaborative learning, self-directed learning and research, intrinsic motivation. It gives them, it gives them those skills that they're going to use and need in life today. Well, it is gaining a lot of ground across the nation, around the world, like I said. But there are some things that it requires. It requires alterations of the curriculum content and processes. You have to modify your expectations for student products because they're the ones who are modifying their own processes, and they may have a different goal in mind or may come up with a different goal. You also have to alter the entire learning environment, and a lot of times school districts are not able to provide what's needed as far as technology or other resources, training for teachers, et cetera, et cetera. So I think although it is a good idea, and all the research and literature is very positive about it, it is going to take some time to really get out there. Here's hoping. Right, that's from that guy who was on TED Talks, right?
Bye-bye.
What a helpful computer you are. Oh, I gotta go, computer. Time to go play. Can you say bye-bye?
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.